Kai Havertz is here.
He is indeed.
Kai Havertz is here. That's
He
one
is.
player that we definitely know is through the door. The Kai Havertz deal is complete.
Yeah.
Listen, this was a deal that a matter of 2 at best 3 weeks ago, we were all scratching our heads. We were all thinking, why? Where has this come from? This is a bit of a mad thing. And then I feel like as soon as the seriousness built up of, guys, this is happening. We're actually signing this guy. It's not just rumors. Arsenal are actually trying to negotiate a fee and all of this kind of thing. I think the general Arsenal camp was still split. The fans were still split. But it's like, I guess on the optimistic, level, everyone started kind of thinking, okay, well, where is he going to play? It's not so much now, we don't want him anymore. It's just about where is he playing? Yeah. And it's like, okay, we can see he has some, what's the word? Good attributes, if he played this position or if he played that position or anything like that. I know you were very vocal in general. Yeah. Has your heart softened to Kai Havertz being an Arsenal player? Are you? I mean, of course, we sign players even if we want them or not. We get behind them, innit? But like,
yeah, of course.
What's your feelings now, 2 to 3 weeks on from the rumors, and now he's actually here?
My heart has softened, but I'm still very, maybe skeptical is a bit strong, but I'm wary. I'm still wary because, I think what was a first initial positive was, there was the first little presser that came out with Havertz signing, and Arteta called him, he'll give us great quality in the midfield. And he mentioned that, and that made me very relaxed because I was like, I think I said even prior to that, if he plays in midfield, then there's less pressure on him to kind of have the goal scoring numbers of a forward. We won't be able to kind of put that sort of brush on him. If he comes away with like 10 goals, 10 assists, or 10 goals, 8 assists, I think that's calm. And that's the sort of numbers he's been putting up anyway. So if he can replicate that from midfield, and we still have our strikers and our wingers putting up numbers to help as well, obviously more numbers, I think all he's got to do is pretty much get to better Xhaka's return last season, which I think was like 7 goals, 7 assists, which was great for Xhaka. But if you're thinking now, you put an attacking player who knows the positions to come up in, he could easily see himself in double figures for goals in all comps. So that made me put my heart at rest. But then I see Maddison going to the Ox for 40 million. And I just think, Maddison's a bit older. I think he is older, but he's someone who I really liked him, and it's just a shame because the agenda's off the fly now. You know what I mean? It's a shame, but you see that for 20 and some change less, they've got a proven another England international who can definitely play left day, who could probably has the same flexibility, at least in terms of playing on the left or playing on the right as he's done for Leicester before. And we were linked with him before, so I kind of feel, and they were relegated. I think we could have flexed some muscle there, and and got him as well. So, and I think we would have felt a lot more comfortable with someone like him coming in. Maybe he wanted the ranginess of Havertz's height and maybe a bit more physicality. Maybe his injury record. I think Maddison's been out a couple times with injuries. I think people say that's a big reason maybe why Leicester went down. He was out for large parts of the season here and there. But when he plays, he scores, he bangs, he assists, so yeah, my heart has softened to it. I think I've seen where he could definitely help us. I think I told you maybe last week I was watching some comps and watching his goals, and I've seen some qualities which will be very helpful to us, but again, I'm wary that, if he wasn't good as a striker, then it's like, will he be good as a midfielder, especially the way we play left day? What about the defensive side? Yeah.
I mean, you've mentioned some of the reasons as to why Arsenal signed Kai Havertz. It's the physical presence, it's the technical ability, and probably most importantly for Mikel Arteta, it's the versatility.
Yeah.
He's someone that has been now mentioned by the boss that he's going to play within midfield, whatever that is, sort of thing. And then we know, if someone like Saka goes down or needs a rotation, probably off the right is Havertz' best position, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
But it's an option.
Yeah.
Odegaard in a 10, if Odegaard's playing a bit further forward, Havertz can go in there. Havertz can go up top if Jesus isn't around. And like you're saying, by the looks of it looks like he's going to play a bit deeper in 8. Havertz running into the box and, you know, just being able to pick his spot.
Yeah.
Like we're saying, if Xhaka managed to do that and get 7 goals, like after 1 year of learning it or whatever, then I'm expecting Havertz to definitely get 10 minimum. Like, minimum. So, you know, just that arriving late kind of thing. Like, and of course James Maddison, I think Arsenal haven't signed him for one reason and one reason only, and I don't think he has the how could I put it, the personality type of what Arteta wants at Arsenal. I think he is or comes across, at least, let me say that, because I don't know him, as a party boy. You know, he's very much involved and on his social media and maybe trying to start building a career for himself post-football. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's the day and age we live in right now. So it's not that I'm condoning it at all. Like, all of our players, you know, they're on Instagram, they're posting this, they're posting that. But obviously James Maddison's just a bit more involved in it, sort of thing. And I just don't think Arsenal are in that season yet where we can afford to have someone like that and possibly derail others. You know, like I can imagine James Maddison coming into Arsenal, becoming great friends with Ben White, and then Ben White maybe then the performance level drops.
It drops.
I don't know, innit? I don't want to blame him.
No, it definitely, he's coming like, you know, the guy that you're trying to listen in class and he's telling you like, you know what I mean? Telling you notes and, don't worry, bro, we lost 5-0,
planes and that,
you know, but we're going Harrods after, it's a minor, bro, like, we'll forget all, you know, I hear it. I think that's I
totally think that's what it is. Just you know, he's right now, I've got everyone, as you know, speaking as Arteta, right now I've got everyone on some type of regiment. Everyone knows what's expected of them. A lot of them are young players that have just come through. Like you said, Maddison's a bit older, like maybe mid to late 20s, and it's like Maddison's kind of lived a life now before this regime. You know, so, and I'm sure in Leicester's very small. I don't know whereabouts he lives in Leicester, but if he lives in and around the area, he'll be a king of that area because of, you know, proximity and all that kind of thing. Where in London is still London, you know. These guys have literally been taught from a certain age, a lot of them, this is like their first big club, their first Premier League club. For this guy to come in and kind of come with like a I don't know, just Jack the Lad kind of walking in and like, all right, you're right, guys, blah blah blah, social media. I just think that's it, and I think Havertz is definitely a cooler head, can work within the system. Yes, the financial outlay, although it looks like it's like 15 million a year or whatever like that, it's still a lot more on that. Like, you compared it to what James Maddison has costed. Let's be honest, Havertz is a German international. Havertz has won the Champions League at Chelsea. Like, his CV says a lot more than James Maddison. And we know he still wants for the future. Age is on his side. So the personality, the soft factors are definitely in Havertz like way. I think even in terms of his like on the field aggression, I think I've seen him flare up a lot. He looks like the kind of player that could lose his head, you know, and not saying we need that, but just in terms of, you know, having that personality type, I think is definitely something Arteta's always spoken about. I think from the first interview, talking about, you know, having the personality to be winners, having the personality to go out there and, you know, give your all. And I definitely get that more with Havertz than with Maddison. And obviously not to say man's a loser, you know what I mean? But just like, you know, definitely if you compare, you'll definitely think Havertz over Maddison in that regard. But again, I think Havertz needs to be very wary as well, because there's no
warm-up periods, you know, you're coming from across the road. Like, there's not even like I need to acclimatize to London. I doubt he's even needed to
He's
move.
not going to move. Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not going to move. He'll just travel in. He knows the league. He's been starting up top for these guys. You know, there's no warm-up period. It's like you got to hit red hot. You know, you got to go straight in. And if you don't, it will look bad, unfortunately, obviously on Arteta and the recruitment, but obviously ultimately on him. And he's a red boy. He's from Chelsea, so you know we don't even want to get in a position where we kind of start thinking of him like that. Where I feel like someone like Jorginho kind of really settled in quite well, you know. And of course you remember he played for Chelsea, but it doesn't feel like previous signings. You know, Havertz needs to follow that way and quickly.
Yeah, I think Jorginho's one was pretty much, by the time he came to Arsenal were doing very well. Yeah. So it's like, listen, if I can come in and hit the ground running, pull up my socks, then I'm winning a flipping title at the end of the season.
Yeah.
So it'll be different, but like you said, Havertz knows the league. He knows what's expected of him. The only thing that could be different now is the position he's expected to play, and they've got him in nice and early. So hopefully they can coach that into him over pre-season. Once he comes back from Kepa's wedding, because that's where he is. These Arsenal, what do they call media team? They're unbelievable. Man flew out to our wedding to go. They've already said they're flying out to where did this guy? Is it Dubai or America somewhere? Declan Rice. He's on holiday right now.
Okay.
By the end of this week, if they want to do the promo thing, they have to go and find him on holiday.
Crazy.
To go do it abroad.
The audacity is mad. When everyone's saying that this is at Kepa's wedding, man was just parked off in a corner with the Arsenal jersey.
You have to do what you
have got to do what you have to do, boy. Deadlines to meet and all that. So, yeah, man. I think I'm positive. But yeah, I think when preseason even just start quickly, isn't it? It is July, isn't it?
Yeah, they'll all start reporting back as of this week.
Yeah, brilliant. Let's fucking have it. Yeah.